MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. A Labor Day matchup in store for you here between the Houston Astros and the Milwaukee Brewers. The Astros are looking to make history here today. Can they break the all-time winning streak record? We'll see right after this. John Gray gets the call for Game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
Play ball. 3.
Stepping up to the plate, Lou Gehrig. And what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
Yeah, this guy's got the home run and runs batted in thing figured out for the Triple Crown, but he's not in the top 5 in the batting average, and if he wants to win the Triple Crown, so he's going to have to make up a lot of ground.
First offering on its way. Now a curveball that misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. Dan, D-Row, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they do come in fresh off a victory last time out, but they've been giving ground in the division of late. They've won just twice in their last 7 games.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game. They scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that today.
Wagner over at second. Kaline is over at first with 1 away. And he misses 2-1. Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he gets the respect not only from the pitchers, but from the players because his zone is consistent.
Yeah, as long as he's consistent, Dan, I'm okay with Mike Fillmore's zone. If a pitcher's pounding that zone, he wants to give a little bit off the outer edge, I'm okay with that. Hey, he's not going to get away with that all day. He's got to find a way to get on top of that ball and bury it.
Working for the punch out and the offering.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. Yelich on the move. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, you better look out for that cleanup spot. He's coming off a month where he had double-digit totals in home runs. If you're looking at one category and you like the long ball, this is the guy to watch. One of the best power threats in the game right now.
Here now's the center fielder Lorenzo Cain to get us started in the
Leading
bottom
off
half
for
of the
the
first.
Brewers, the center fielder, Lorenzo Cain.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball out toward right field. Gehrig is under this one. 1 down. And with that, time to take a glance at the starting 9 for these Brewers. D-Row, what's the key in trying to stop their opponent's winning streak?
Well, Matty, if I could tell this lineup one thing, it would be let's get on this guy early. Day game in this ballpark, the sun starts glaring, starts getting later in the day. Those shadows start creeping in right around the time that bullpen starts getting warm.
So stepping in,
Now
Lou Gehrig. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
No balls and 1 strike. Fly ball to straightaway left. Braun has a read on it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. at the plate, Orlando Arcia. And you see what
Leading
he's
off
done in
for the
recent
Brewers,
action. Obviously
the
seeing the ball
shortstop,
well right now.
Orlando Arcia.
Heading out towards shallow right. Gehrig is over a few steps as he puts it away for the first out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And you can see it's been a great year for him as he leads the AL in that category at this stage of the season. In now is Lorenzo
The center
Cain,
fielder,
0 for
number
1 here
6.
in the early going.
Lorenzo
2 out, nobody on.
Cain.
Lifted in the air out to right. Gehrig moves over, and that ends the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Ready for another shot now. Lou Gehrig. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball. 1-0. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now. 2-0.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself at counts where he's likely to be successful.
Make a turn.
And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Their own pitcher is absolutely dealing right now, so this is a big moment in this game. If his teammates can pick him up and drive him in now, that might be all they need to get the W here.
Coming to the plate now, Rogers
Now
Hornsby.
batting.
0 for 1
Number
for him here
0.
in this one. Gehrig stands at second with 2 gone. This is line to left.
Dig.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Leading off the inning, Lou Gehrig as they look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. From the stretch. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Claudio is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays. 2 things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swinging a looper to left. Braun coming on, but he can't get there, so credit him with his first base hit after going 0 for so far. So their half of the 8th opens with a man aboard.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan.
Now
you wouldn't know if you
Number
showed up.
0.
You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
He's set. Here it comes. Runner goes for second. Pitch outside. The throw is in time as Grandal gets his man.
Well, they've got a small lead, and they're pushing to add to it by being aggressive on the base pass. But as a manager, you just hope you're not giving up outs that you wish you could have had back. only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout, this guy was in total command from the first inning through the ninth. Totally dominant in this one.
A 2-0 finish today. The Houston Astros earn their 116th win, tops in the division. Lefty Grove earns a league-best 20th win and recording 16 strikeouts along the way. John Gray is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Astros, 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 25 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting in the AL West, the Astros starting pitcher, number 10, won again on the mound, winning his 20th this season, leading Houston past the Brewers 2-0. He is among the AL leaders in wins. As of right now, the Brewers sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Astros are in 1st place in the AL West. They are more than 10 games ahead of 2nd place. Brandon Morrow collected win number 3 this year, helping lead the Cubs to a win over the Mariners 3-2. In the standings, the Cubs are atop the NL Central. They are more than 10 games ahead of 2nd, while the Mariners are in 2nd place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of 1st. Michael Lorenzen grabbed the victory, his 4th of the year, as the Yankees disposed of the Rangers 4-3. In other Rangers news, catcher Isaiah Kiner-Falefa will be out of action for the next couple of days. He's working through a shin contusion. As of today, the Yankees sit in 1st place in the American League East Division. They are more than 10 games ahead of 2nd. And the Rangers are in last place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of 1st.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin on a Tuesday night at Miller Park. We wrap up this quick 2-game interleague series between the Houston Astros and the Milwaukee Brewers. The Stros look to match the longest winning streak in baseball history. Coming up next. Brandon Woodruff is on the mound for the Brewers in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
Play ball. Out.
Settling in now, Lou Gehrig. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. First delivery to him on the way. Swinging a high chopper. Reined in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Now it's the Brew Crew's turn in a scoreless ball game. Babe Ruth, a Maryland-born southpaw, will be doing the starting pitching in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Striding in for Houston,
Number
Lou
4.
Gehrig. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Now batting.
Now at the plate,
Number
Rogers
0.
Hornsby comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 0-2 home. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Back goes Braun at the track, and that baby's gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 44 on the year, and the Astros have taken a 2-0 lead.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter. He's their big dog for a reason, so he waited, stayed back, and absolutely exploded through the zone on that one.
The third baseman, Mike Moustakas,
Now batting,
he's 0
third
for 1
baseman.
thus far.
Mike Moustakas.
Swing and a flare hit toward right. Hornsby ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. He drew a base on balls his first time up.
Yasmani Grandal.
High and deep to straightaway right. Gehrig looks up, and that one is gone. On a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 18 for him on the campaign, as the Brewers have cut the lead to 2-1 now.
He might have thought he was over the hump when he retired the 3- and 4-hole hitters, but the 5-hole hitter said not so fast. Any of these middle-of-the-order guys can burn you, and he sure did right there.
Digging in now for the Brewers, number 2,
Now batting,
a base hit in his first
2.
trip. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Gehrig going back, still going back. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 19th home run for him on the season as the Brewers have come back to tie things at 2.
Baseball gods are fickle. This is the inning. Before, it looked like they might be in trouble, but now they're all tied up, and the other side is scrambling to stop the bleeding.
So bases are
Now
empty
batting,
here with 2
first
gone,
baseman,
and that'll bring up the
Tyler
big bat of right-handed hitting
Austin.
Tyler Austin. Now a flare out toward right center. Gehrig sprinting after it. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Lou
Now batting.
Gehrig. He reached
Number
on a
4.
single last time and later wound up scoring. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. He'll get it into second, but he'll be in there with a double. Well, that's why they call baseball a game of inches.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. He showed some serious hops, but not serious enough. He goes up high for it with the good leap, but he just can't bring it in, and that allows him to cruise into second with a good piece of hitting.
Looped out toward
Get down.
Throw on to Austin, takes care of him, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. In is Christian Yelich, 0 for 3 to this point.
Now batting.
Yeah, not his
The right
game so
fielder.
far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Gehrig is in his tracks now, and that's out number 2. Next up for the Stros, Lou Gehrig. He doubled his last time through.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
First offering on its way. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. Now the 0-1. Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now. Here it comes, 0-2. And he fouls this one off. Fly ball out toward left center field. Braun has a read on it. 2 down. Score tonight. Milwaukee rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Brandon Woodruff gets to double digits with his 10th win of the year. Josh Hader records the save, his 37th of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Blazak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Brewers, 4 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 53 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.